are going to Six Flags Fright Fest this year, well, let me give you a tip about what day to go. The day I would go is Thursday. And why would I go Thursday, you ask? Well, I went to the first Thursday, and here are my observations from the first night. The first thing is that even the employees seemed surprised that the event was even happening, because I think relatively most Thursdays are not that busy of days. So, yeah, Fright Fest is now on Thursdays throughout the rest of the season until the end of the Halloween season. And so, yeah, we're going to go and check it out. Let me show you guys how there's not that many people here. Now, I will say, if you're an annual pass, especially the annual passes, and you need to go check with Six Flags or your app or whatever, don't ask me. But if you have an annual pass, you can go into Six Flags absolutely for free on this night. So let's pretend, though, that you have a pass that works on this night, right? Let's pretend there's no blockout date and this is a date you can work. You can just go on rides if you don't want to. I would say my tip on why you should come on Thursday night, there's no lines at all for rides. And so there was nothing for rides. I don't really have any footage because you can't film rides, but there are no lines for the rides. So I would just come in, even if you're coming in for rides, you can get all the scare zones in any of the shows. Those are free. Absolutely free, everyone. So that means you can watch anything you want and walk around and get some Halloween vibes along with some rides for absolutely free if you have an AP. Obviously, you have to pay for parking and all that, depending on your pass. Now, if you're going to come to this event, would I recommend it if you have to buy a general admission ticket and you have to buy a maze ticket? Probably not. I would say that's probably too much money for that. But I would recommend this if you do have an AP or some sort of way to get in here cheaper and also do the house passes or maze passes, as they call them, depending on terminology. Basically, these are going to cost anywhere from about $40 to $50, somewhere in that range. If you guys want to get express, you can pay upwards to $100+ for those. But I'm going to be honest and say, I would not pay $100 on these Thursday nights. Maybe the Thursday before Halloween could be an exception. The Thursday on Halloween, that may be an exception. But on any of these other Thursdays coming up, I would just get in your car, drive in. There shouldn't be too much of a line to get into parking. Walk over, do the small security line, and then, just make sure to follow the new security protocols. It is a little bit different than normal day operations, so look those up online. There's also a chaperone policy and all of that, so please look those up online. But yeah, let's talk about the lines. There are no lines here for houses. I think the longest I waited was a couple minutes, and that was for a house to actually open, but most of the time, they are not there. There was just no line. There's just nothing. You walk onto these houses or mazes and have a wonderful time. I will point out some negatives at the end, but mainly it's positive. It's mainly that there's no lines for most things. You can also still order food off the app, obviously, or go pick up food and whatnot. And there's just not that many people here. So yeah, you can go and have a wonderful time at this event because of just the lines. Now let's go through just some of the small negatives that I did notice, which is not all houses are going to be fully staffed. I saw the Willoughbys had about half, if not even more, but about half the staff. And the sewers, one as well, Soul of Sewers, that house had about half the amount of scare actors. Now this is because there's just not that many people showing up to this event. So they're going to have less access or less people coming in here to work the houses. Now, that doesn't mean all of them are. I went through the Saw house, and that one was very well done, so it was trick or treat. But some of the houses may have less people, longer scare zones, and there's no ceremony. So if you guys wanted to watch all the actors come out, at least when I went, they said because of what time they were opening, they were not doing the ceremony. But that could change on Halloween date. You can always call or whatever. But Six Flags, you just have to ask because it is, unlike a lot of other theme parks, we do not have the resources that we do at Disneyland or at Universal to know really what's going on. And so I just wanted to really point that out that it's a really good time to go. And it's great. It's a great time, if especially if you're AP and you can get into these houses for free. It's worth it. If you have an AP and you have to pay $40, is this still worth it? 100%. I would say even if you're paying the $40-ish for a house ticket, this is worth it. But if you're just coming in for the rides, everything I saw was under 10 minutes. You're going to be waiting less than 10 minutes on X. You're going to be waiting less than 10 minutes on most of these coasters that normally have a 40+ minute line. And yeah, so that's my little tips there for you guys on why you should be coming on Thursday nights at Six Flags. If you guys, the only negative kind of is that the park does not open until 7 p.m. on most of these Thursdays. So check the timing to make sure. But yeah, you're not going to be able to go into the park until 7 p.m. And your passes are allowed in a few minutes early. But yeah. Anyway, guys, if you guys found this helpful, please like and subscribe. We'll be at Six Flags a lot of times the rest of the season, including Christmas and the rest of the haunt season. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, please leave them below. I can't guarantee I can answer them all. Some of them will be Six Flags related questions that really you're gonna have to contact Six Flags for. But any basic questions, let me know about the event. Until next time, guys, safe journeys.